Tackle Junkies, what's going on, fellas? We're out here with Mr. Scooshy. If you guys have not seen that video yet, you'll see why Mike got his name, Mr. Scooshy. Just caught his new PB. We didn't have the scale, but by looking at the fish, we're thinking 5 pounds for sure. Either way, it totally crushes his last PB. So, new PB for Mike on the Scooshy bug. We've been doing a lot of fishing this week. Today's our third time out. We're gonna be on the boat tomorrow. Just trying to do some different things, get some different videos for you guys. And this little local park lake is right down the street from my house. We're going to do some bluegill fishing today. And I'm gonna show you guys how to rig up a slip float, and then we're gonna go catch some bluegills. All right, we're both using spinning gear. Mike's just using a 5.5 foot. It is a light power, fast action rod. PC Fun 2000 series reel, and this is, I believe, 10-pound mono. So it's a floating line. That's definitely what you want when you're bobber fishing. You don't want a fluorocarbon line. You want a mono floating line. I'm using a 7 foot, what is this one? 7'1". This is a medium power, fast action. This is an Akuma EVX, and we have the Helios SX reel. That's in a 3000 size, and that is 10-pound mono as well. So that's our setups for some bluegill fishing. So mono is a big deal. I think most important, make sure you're using a floating line when you're bobber fishing. You know, when you throw it out, wait for the bobber to go down, a mono line will be on the surface. So when the bobber goes down, you have direct contact, you know, to the fish. Where if you're using a sinking line like fluorocarbon and your bobber's sitting out there for a few minutes, that line will have done sunk in the water. So when the bobber goes down, you're not going to actually have direct pull to that fish. You actually have to cut through that water before you're going to feel that fish, if that makes sense to you guys. So definitely use a floating line for bobber fishing. All right, first things first, get your line. And you want to put on a bobber stop. Now they do sell these together, a bobber stop and a bead all together, but I just buy them separate. So first things first, a bobber stop, and we'll get to why we're doing it like this here in a minute. So bobber stop, you put the line through the hole there. You guys can see that. Grab the little stop, pull it off like so, and just slide that up your line. Okay, next you need a bead. I don't know the size of these beads. You don't want nothing too big. Okay, slide that on like so. Get your bobber. We're doing a little bit of bluegill fishing here. We don't need some giant bobber. We're not using a lot of weight, nothing like that. You do need to match the weight and your bobber. You don't want to put a small bobber on and then a really heavy weight, because it's going to pull your bobber down before you even get a fish on there. So just make sure you're using, you know, small enough weight and bobber. Just kind of pair them up, depending on what you're doing. If you're going to be catfishing, obviously you're going to want a much bigger bobber and likes a little bit heavier weight. So there's that, like so. Now these normally have little pegs in the ends there. If you want to peg them on your line, I pull the peg out. That way it's free on the line there. You guys can see that there, free on the line. As far as hooks go, I like these ones here. I believe they're from Gamakatsu, and you'll notice they have a longer shank on them. It's nice when you're bluegill fishing. Of course, they don't have a real big mouth. You know, if they take it deep, there's some extra length there on the shank, so you can reach it with the pliers and get it out. Okay, we're gonna tie a simple Palomar knot here. I do have a video on how to tie this knot, which I will link down below. Wet your line, cut your tag end off. Like so. All right, so we have our hook, we have our bobber, our bead, and there is our bobber stop. Now you need a little bitty split shot. I don't know what size these are, just a small split shot. I can get one out of there. Okay, and maybe, I don't know, 8 or 10 inches or so up your line, put the split shot. Okay, get your pliers, like so. Close her up. Don't pinch it too tight because you will cut your line. All right, so here's our rig. We got our hook, split shot, bobber. There's our bead and our bobber stop. Now the beauty about this rig is, let's say you want to fish 10 feet deep, okay? Normally, like a type of bobber that most people use is this style right here. So if they want to fish 10 foot, let's just say, 6 foot, 5 foot, maybe I'm kind of exaggerating with 10 foot. Let's say they want their bobber 6 feet. All right, so what they would do is take a bobber like this. You guys can see that. You run your line through that little deal right there, release it, and that will stay crimped on your line, okay? But the problem with that is, if you're fishing 6 foot deep, then you have 6 foot of line out that you have to try and cast, okay? And it would be much harder for this dude right here with only having a 5.5 foot rod. So the beauty about this rig is this bobber stop is the depth. So if we want to fish, Mike, say 4 foot, let's say that's 4 foot right there. And we'll just do it like an arm length. Let's see, like right there, okay? So here is his bobber stop, which he can reel through the guides here. But when this hits the water, what's going to happen is the somebody rolling by beating. That used to be me, man. Years ago, I was really into car stereos. Anyways, so what's going to happen when this hits the water, the weight is going to pull, okay, the line through this slip bobber, right? Okay, then keep pulling it. You guys can see that there. It's going to stop right there at the bobber stop. So you need the bead on there so the bobber stop doesn't get jammed in the bobber, okay? But that's the beauty of it. So you can reel this up to only have this much line, right, at the tip of your rod. But once it hits the water, like I said, that weight is going to pull that line through the bobber, like so, and there's your depth right there. All right, got her?
Yup.
Hopefully you guys got it as well. Let's go catch some bluegill. We're using the giant mealworms. The rig up is pretty simple. All I do, got my hook here. All right, I'm kind of go under the chin there. And then just thread it through the worm like so. That's all we do. Lines in. 1, 2, 3. All right. Every once in a while, I'll give it a little hop. But for the most part, you're just letting it sit. And the bluegill find it. Reel it in a little bit. Let it sit. Give you guys a quick example of what I was talking about earlier with this bobber stop. You'll see here I'm fishing about, there's the hook, there's the bobber stop, about 18 inches. But if I want to fish 4 foot, let's just say, move this up our line a few feet here. Okay? You guys can see that right there? Then I would have to throw all that line. But with the slip rig, you reel that bobber stop through your guides. You can see it's right there. Okay? And I only have down, again, 18 inches or so, but I'm going to be fishing 4 foot. So now I'll cast it out there, like so. Much easier to cast with the slip float when you're looking for depth. I'll be a little guy. He's taking it down. He can't get that whole. Oh, we got him. We got him. Not quite the size we're looking for. There we go. Little one. You got one?
Yeah.
Still got my worm. Oh, he took it. It's a monster. It's a monster. We won't be doing a catch, clean, and cook with these ones. All right, another one. We're just wearing them out, man. Dude, they're stacked under here. Another one. Another one. Man, there it is, freaking stacked in here, boys and girls. Dude, look at that. Cast after cast. I swear it's the same fish. I swear it's the same fish. It's nice having these long shank hooks here. Plenty of shank sticking out of their mouth for you to grab onto it. What do you think of that? They're stacked under there like a short stack. Still got my worm. Still got my worm. Boom. I lost count, dude. What's that, 8, 9? Ooh. Gotcha. Gotcha. Guys, by no means are these like prize bluegill, but this is better than watching my boy sit at home play video games, right? Would you look at that? I meant to do that. Cast, oh, and I got a fish too. I meant to do that, dude. I meant to cast through the bridge, but it would drop right on his dome, and we caught a fish. That was totally planned, man. Got to get your kids outside, man. This is the easiest way to get a kid into fishing. Mike, let me ask you something, dude. Let me ask you, dude. Let me get you in view here. Is this the easiest way to get a kid in fishing?
Yeah.
I mean, because it's constant action. If you're on a good little honey hole, it's a lot of action. They're catching fish. You know, bass fishing, I think it's kind of where I screwed up with my oldest. You guys know the lakes that I fish basically suck, you know. And fishing is slow there, and he just got bored of it. But I'm talking about Vinny. But man, if you come to a little place like this and you can catch a bunch of bluegills, non-stop action,
Yeah.
dude, they're hooked. They're hooked for life, man. That's when you catch them this size. Dude, where are the big ones, man? This could be my biggest one. This could be the biggest one of the day for me. Oh, chill, chill, chill. Yeah, you caught a bigger one than that. Dude, that's got to be 12, 13, something like that. I'm on only on my third worm. I'm going to break your record here. Mike's record here is like what, 40, 44, 47? 47 in a row. No, I wouldn't cast for cast 47. Was it?
Yeah, 47.
In a row, cast for cast?
Yeah.
There's no way.
Right in the same spot, right there on the ridge.
Dude, I could do this all day long.
Yeah, I could go there on you. Take me. No way.
Let's see. See what's nice about these long shank hooks that we're using? They don't take them deep. You don't take them deep. Get the hook right out. He swims away. Catch him again. And Mike caught his shirt. Hey, dude, them hooks, man, they do the job. That's already like what, our 20th bluegill. You caught him under the chin. No, you can't be afraid. Just grab the hook there and just grab him.
Ow.
Yeah, just grab the hook and grab him.
Yeah.
Like so.
Oh, I got him behind, like on their back.
You can slide your hand down to collapse the fin there. What do you call that on the back? But man, I just grab them, dude.
Yeah, I just grab him.
That's another reason I like having the gloves on. You just grab them, you're done. Fish monkeys. All right, fellas, that's gonna wrap it up for a day on the water with Big Mike. Catch a monster bluegill. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, it's a really simple rig, very effective. It's a lot of fun. If you guys have not tried to get out there, take your kids, take yourself, whoever. Grab somebody, head to the ponds, head to the lakes, catch some bluegill, have a blast. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the thumbs up. We will see you guys on the next one.